Okay, a night drive with FSD beta version 12.3.3. Not FSD beta, FSD supervised.
Now turn left onto 20th Street Southeast.
Engaged it. Turned onto a very tight street there, so be okay with that. Turned off Bluetooth.
Turn left onto Grande Avenue Southeast.
I turned off Bluetooth, so it's saying key not detected down here. That's fine. And still full self-driving may be degraded.
Turn left onto Grande Avenue Southeast.
Grande, huh? I guess it is. This is a split hot road, so let's see how it does here. Good 5.
In 500 feet, turn right onto 19th Street Southeast.
It's driving really far to the right in this version.
Now turn right onto 19th Street Southeast.
I don't know what keeps beeping about. I think maybe the cameras aren't doing great. I'm going to turn off my auto brights because it doesn't do a great job. Oh, maybe it's better now. So this drive home at night, it's actually starting to snow now. This drive home at night, though,
500 feet, turn right onto First Avenue Northeast.
is typically really bad. I get some places where it just suddenly tries to swerve right for no reason. That was with 11.4.9. This is my first time doing it with version 12. So let's see. I'm expecting it to do a lot better. It does not have a stop here. It should just keep going. Straddling the lane right now. It's actually following 2 stripes. Car was straddling true lane marking and following 2 tar stripes. So that was a disengagement. That's unsafe to just be driving down the middle of the road. But this is where a lot of YouTubers might not consider that a disengagement. They would just let it keep doing that, which is not okay. The city needs to paint their stripes better, but that's a separate factor, and people have to deal with that too, so we can't use that as an excuse. Like I said, for the most part, it does really good with just the stripes, even when they're really poorly marked. But like in that case, it just happened that those tar stripes were perfectly lined up in the middle of each lane, so it thought they were lane lines. And they were the same width as the lane too. I don't think it would have done that in better weather conditions. But that's where Tesla either has to have the car detect and not use full self-driving and say you can't because the weather's too bad. or improved such that it would be correct. I don't know why it's slowed down. I hope the next update fixes where it's constantly at the wrong speed with this. Like I said, I think that's more minor than some of the other stuff. One of the things that would make me like full self-driving better is on some of the other driver's assistants, they actually let you assist the car. Like if I could force the car over into the correct lane, I would be much, I would like it better, especially if they're going to keep it at a level 2 level. I notice the car doesn't like passing, and there, as I say that, it passes. But it didn't actually speed up. It's not going as fast as it's supposed to, but again, maybe weather related. So unfortunately, that was where it would always mess up before, but I'm not in the right lane, so I don't get to see it. But I suspect it would do okay. With FSD 11, it would always try to start going into the right turn lane and then come back. So there used to be about 4 or 5 places where I didn't like FSD 11, where it would change lanes inappropriately. I haven't had that happen once on 12, except for that one turn that I showed you earlier that we're heading northbound and it wants to be in the right lane that doesn't continue through my right turn, that cuts off before my right turn, and it tries to stay in that lane. And that must be map related. It must think that that right lane goes through. But that's the only one left. All the other ones have been gone. So that's an improvement. That flashing yellow light, it works fine. For some reason, it seems to not like flashing yellow turn lights. It does okay with flashing yellow straight lights. Now it had slowed down to about 33 going the other direction here. I notice it hasn't slowed down this way. It's still going less than my 40 set speed, which I prefer here. 30, this is about right. It's having to go up to the roundabout. That's interesting. I usually turn there.
Now enter the roundabout and take the third exit.
So it's going to have me turn left at the roundabout. This adds an extra stop sign going to the roundabout. Oh, it's going to miss. Nope, it got it. It was almost missing the exit. stop way back. I don't like. Now it's going to pull forward and stop again. Oh, the car's turning left in front. It did fine, but oh no, it's going to stop a third time. Here, it's not speeding up, I suspect, to not be jerky, because then you have a stop here immediately. This is that extra stop sign that I mentioned. The other way doesn't have this. Oh. Part of it might be seeing reflections too. I wonder how it does with it. Like a reflection of a light might confuse it.
In 500 feet, turn left onto Central Avenue.
I've noticed a few times that it'll show you the routes.
Turn left onto Central Avenue.
It'll show you the routes that you can select from, but then when you select your route, it actually changes a little bit when it drives. It doesn't do quite the route that it showed you, which is kind of annoying sometimes. There was no second stop, so I'm not sure when it decides it needs one. So I think this will be a one disengagement drive. I could have left it alone and it probably would have figured it out, but I don't trust it. I mean, it's not really responsible of me to do that. So that was a disengagement that I had to do, and I'll have to override it at this yellow light up here, but that's it otherwise. Again, this is all with cameras degraded. All the last 3 days, the cameras do full self-driving degraded. Oh, I get why it keeps detecting my key and not. I have my Bluetooth on my watch set up as a key, so it's probably detecting that intermittently. Snowing again. We get free hyperdrive. I don't think it's heavy enough though. Hopefully we get some accumulation overnight and I can try it in the morning for you. I have a hunch this light's a triggered light. I have a hunch it's not seeing me. I might have to creep forward. Curious what the car does if the light doesn't change. Oh, it did. Okay. I've had that light not trigger for me before. Whoa, it's accelerating fast. My biggest complaint with the Tesla is you'll notice in my videos, every time I want to talk and the car starts talking, every time in my videos you'll notice that the car is very loud. like I'm hearing wind noise from the wind outside. It's pretty windy, and water. I can hear the water hitting the bottom of the car in the fenders,
To the roundabout and take the first exit.
and the thumping, the suspension is very stiff, which is, it's sporty, but it's also uncomfortable. So I really would like to try the new version of the Model 3. I'm probably inclined to get the performance, because I decided on the Cybertruck that I just didn't need a truck. I have always driven efficient vehicles.
500 feet, turn left onto Irish Drive.
The truck uses almost twice as much energy as the car, and I have no need for a pickup really, other than the size. I like the bigger size, but
Now turn left
I don't
onto
need it.
Irish Drive.
I'm gonna see it. Is it gonna stop? It's gonna stop. Like I said, sometimes it goes. No, it's not gonna go. I'm having to tell it to go. And it did a jerky motion there too. I think from a reflection, saw a ghost. So, no, it drives pretty good, but I would like a quieter, smoother riding car these days. So I'm tempted to get the Highland version. But overall, I still love this car. I have almost 70,000 miles on it, and it's been great. So it's definitely been my favorite car I've owned. I've had it almost 5 years now. All right, hopefully there's snow in the morning. I can give you another video of snow.